I'm alive!
DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say viewer and parental discretion is advised.
Hello, once again. Gods, it's good to be alive. Hello to, and let me tell you something, everyone, lads, ladies, everyone in between, don't get this cold. This cold that I actually had that somehow got repackaged over to some of my friends and everything, and that friends that I haven't even touched, like Sir James Gobel, who from The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, and his channel is amazing, and this is actually devoted to you, my friend, because not only did you catch my cold without any interaction whatsoever, he has been the one to send me this mighty package over here. It is fully Gaogaigar, and I can't wait to check this thing out. It's been forever since I've actually been since I've been able to do a review. Well, in process of doing this guy and fixing him up and trying to figure him out, and all his intricacies, a piece broke. But, you know, I tried gluing it to the best of my capabilities. Let's see exactly what we'll actually see now and everything. And I might have to come back over to it like a little bit later on and everything. It's a part of the main helmet compartment that actually makes Gaogaigar, but we're actually going to check this out in full value right now, as far as I know it right now at this moment in time, because this guy is actually awesome. Let's take you into the box. Welcome to DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I'm DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, and I'm so happy to have my voice, let me tell you guys. Anyway, let's check this guy out, and first off, the box is pretty big, so I'm actually going to go through it on the bed here and everything like that, so you can actually see exactly what this actually has in there. So let me tell you all something. This is the box for the Gaogaigar. This is actually a KO of the original version. I can't really remember exactly what the original version actually is, but let me tell you, there is a lot that's actually going on in here, because as we take everything out of the box, and this box is actually really cool. I think this one actually came from Show Z or something, and we'll get everything out of here so you can actually see all the goodness that's actually coming out of here. We actually have the Gao Jet, the Gao Tank, the Gaogaigar, the Gao, I think that's what they actually call it and everything. This mighty robot that's actually in here, that's actually really great. All of these, and we actually have the Gao train, all of these weaponry and like every bits and all the bits and pieces that actually goes into them and everything. And then we actually have like extra fist and everything that actually goes into them. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to get going and everything like that, because you know my reviews can actually go a little long and everything, but I am actually going to do my hardest to get through almost everything that's actually in here. This guy is exciting. Let's go back over to review station. Gaogaigar! You know, I don't think I would have actually had this set if it weren't for the kindness of Jimmy Gobel and of the good, the bad, the awesome. So this one is actually really dedicated to you, buddy, because this set is just so freaking awesome. It is a KO set, and I can't remember offhand exactly which KO set this actually came from. And I know this was actually on Show Z like a little while ago and everything like that. And it's wonderful. There are a couple of things that are actually off on it though and everything. And I'll actually have to say, with the Gao Tank over here, well, let's go down the other way. We have the Gao Tank. We have the Gao Lion. This guy is just super amazing too and everything. I am loving that golden face right over there and everything. No GPS here or anything like that, you know? But this is really, really awesome stuff here. Then we actually have the Gao bullet train right over here, and you know, in a giant robot and with a you know, a bullet train, why not? Why not? Like, well, why shouldn't a bullet train actually be a part of a giant robot, right? And then we actually have the Gao jet here and everything like that, which is actually a very, very cool stealth bomber over here. And incidentally, this is actually the piece that's actually on the inside is the one that I actually damaged off myself and everything like that. But just really, really great stuff over here. I'm loving all the full detail that's actually on each and every one of these items here and everything, you know? So let us get into it. I'm actually going to start off with Gao Tank over here. Now, on a personal note, I got sick, so like when coming back into action again, I really have so much that I actually need to go back and just start doing it and everything like that, so much that I actually have to go back and review. I'm sorry, it was actually kind of like out of sorts and everything like that, but Killed was killing me. One thing about this is I love the Gao Tank. One thing I could never get is the fact that I could never get these two pieces right over here to open up so I can actually connect the Gao Tank all together. So, and I kind of wish it actually came with a magnet so we can actually kind of like just put them together just like that. In a perfect world, this is exactly what Gao Tank should actually look like and everything like that. But since I can't get that one piece on the inside working or anything like that, and I don't have magnets to actually install in here or anything like that, we can actually still use them separately. And I still love the fact that we actually have like really great looking battle tanks here and everything. So I'm actually just gonna go by doing Gao Tank 1 and Gao Tank 2 for my personal thing here and everything like that. But even with this, even with the fact that we actually have like just like singular tanks and everything like that, they are really, really dazzling looking. So nice and so full of like really great details. Now we're actually gonna have like die-cast metal on the bottom of the feet here and everything like that, and that's actually really nice. And the heft on this is actually really nice also and everything like that. For a piece that's actually mostly plastic here, it's really hefty, and you've got to love the shine that's actually coming out of this and everything like that. Like, even when you're actually putting it in direct sunlight, you will actually have a good shine on it and everything, so that's really nice. And on Gao Tank 2nd over here, really nice as well and everything. You know, these little intricate details right over here, like these green windows on the inside and everything like that. I guess these are actually supposed to be where the energy pieces are actually supposed to be and everything, where you're supposed to have your glow. But still really nice twin tanks. And one thing that's actually nice about it is that these actually twist and everything like that. There's no mechanism in there to actually make them twist on their own or anything like that. Like, you can't roll it and then all of a sudden these things will actually start like going and twisting as it actually should. But I really love these just for what they actually are. These treads are actually just amazing detail here. Gao Bullet Train is actually really, really nice also and everything, especially if you actually have to make it over to your business meeting at 3 o'clock and everything like that, and you need to get there on time. Gao Bullet Train is actually just the way to go, and just really, really great detail and everything. I love how smooth this is. I love these blue plastic pieces over here also and everything. Just really, really nice for windows and that sort of thing. And there goes the back right over here, or the front, you know, like you actually get the same amount of detail on both sides. And then we'll just show you a little bit of what the underneath here actually looks like, and these pieces right over here. And I'd like to think that if you really wanted to, you could actually just like open these two up. Now these are actually what's actually used in transformation to actually get him into arm mode and everything like that. But still yet, I love the fact that we actually have something that can look like that it actually hovers and that sort of thing. So that's actually always really cool. I like this thing a lot. Could it have actually been something a little bit more useful? Probably. Like I think there's like a Gaogaigar that actually has like sharks or dolphins or something like that actually becomes the arms and everything, and that's actually kind of cool too and everything, you know. And it's actually always kind of weird that we actually have a bullet train as a part of a giant robot and everything like that, but then we do actually have like rail racer and that sort and everything like that. So I mean, still yet, it's very cool nonetheless. I'm not exactly sure if the train actually has a real functioning for the team or anything like that, but still yet, very cool addition. Gao Fighter. This character is
really, really cool, and I love this so much. The Gao Fighter is actually a stealth bomber with like a little bit more in the way of accoutrements and everything like that. We actually have these wings that can actually pop out right over here. That's actually more for Gaogaigar than anything else, you know? We actually have these two like just gigantic gauntlet intake jets and that sort of thing, you know, but like it looks like they're actually so much more than just that, you know what I mean? I love this so much, and I love like the energy field area here and everything like that. That's really cool. I love everything. I like the green that's actually on these figures and everything. It's just like really it's really striking. The windows, just really, really nice also. And let me see if I can actually get you a little bit closer in here. There we go. You actually have like some mech detail that's actually in the back there and everything. Kind of like lets you know that this is actually kind of like more of a robotic fighter more than anything else, or more of a robotic drone than anything else, you know, but just really, really nice. Let me just take this a little bit further. I just want to show you the full value of what you're actually getting over here. There goes the bottom right over there. I love the fact that we actually have like other pieces to enclose the bottom and everything, you know? Just a really, really nice jet. It's just so cool. I love it. And I love this too and everything. This grating hair right over here, and you know, that's actually really, really nice stuff. The painting on here is spectacular for a KO, you know? Just love it so much. And finally, the meat and potatoes of this thing is the Gao Lion here and everything. Now, this is actually what's going to make up your main robot here and everything like that, you know? But just let's take a good look at that face here. That face is just gorgeous. Look at that. The eyes are just spectacular on this. I love that field of green that's actually in here. And I just left the blade over here Voltron style and everything like that, but you can like, this is actually going to go onto the main robot or something where he can actually have like a weapon that he can actually use here. This is actually super, super, super hefty and everything like that. Lots of die casting in this and everything. You've actually got die casting in the legs. You've actually got some die casting in the body, some in the arm and everything like that, you know? So like just really nice stuff going on in here. You actually have this tail right over here that actually has like a lot of motility. Let's see. You actually have like an opening and closing mouth here and everything. And I really love the attention to style here and everything like that. Just really, really nice. Just let me bring this in here with my light. So cool. And then where our articulation actually goes as follows. You can actually go 360 right around here. Your arm over here has like some rotation. You actually have just really stiff joints with a double bend right over here. So that's really nice. You can actually you can go up and down in lion's feet here and everything like that. The paws are actually really nice. You actually have a twist right over here. You have an ab crunch right over here also and everything like that. Not an extreme ab crunch, but it's actually there. You have movement right over here going on the hind legs. You can go up a little further also and everything like that, but you'd actually have to get the skirt piece out to like maybe get a little bit further and everything like that, but then you actually also risk breaking the skirt piece and everything. So I really wouldn't necessarily go into just maneuvering it so much or anything like that. You actually have a bend right over here, and this, I always hate the squeakiness that actually comes from some of these figures and everything like that coming from overseas, but still yet though, it's really nice and tight and everything like that. You can actually hear how tight that actually is. And then we actually have this piece right over here that moves, and then you actually have the toes. So all around, just like a really, really great figure. And just let me give you a full look at this guy from head to toe and everything like that. Just really nice. There goes the bottom right over there. We can actually see like all the great details that's actually in here. He's so cool. He's so cool. I love this thing. So let me get into the first transformation. We're actually going to start off with Gao Lion here and everything. And let's do it. Since I actually have my voice once again. Head shit! Roar! You know, one day I'm going to have to really get one of those Kamen Rider characters in here and everything so I can actually really be the henshin that I'm actually trying to do. You know what I mean? But like, this is actually a really great figure. Once again, I am just going through this. I'm actually really enthralled with how amazing this actually is. So let's get into transformation. We're going to start off by removing this piece right over here. And this piece actually plugs right into the back of his head right over here. And then we're going to just bring that up. For now, let us bring this over here, and then we're actually going to just bring that leg down like this. That leg transformation is super easy. So let's just bring that just like so. And then we're going to bring the tail all the way in to the back over here. And then we'll just do that. And then there we go. Oh, almost. Had to look a little bit off camera and everything like that, but that's exactly how the tail should actually go. And now we'll raise this right over here, and then we'll, let's see here. Let me do this first, bring this out of the way, and then, there we go. We just had to have a little bit of space so we can actually bring this to the side right over here, and then we'll actually do the same thing right over here, and then bring this outwards, and then right to the side over here, and then we'll straighten that up, and that's the bottom. There we go. And now we'll just give this a little bit of a turn right over here, and then we actually want to do the top right over here. Just bring this all the way back, bring these two all the way back, and now we'll just give this head a twist, bring his arm down like so, move his lion paws out to the side, and move this like so, and then move this lion paw out to the back like this, and there we go. And now we just want to come over here and connect this piece right over here. And you could actually leave this closed if you actually really wanted to. I think it actually looks cool like this after you actually get into robot mode. And then in the back, we actually have his head. So let's bring this all the way out over here. And that is a great head reveal right there. And then just let's close this back right over here. And then we'll finish this off by doing this, and then there's a piece that's right onto the back that goes into his head crest right there. And then there goes Gao Lion in robot mode. Let's take a look at this guy in full detail. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Why does this guy have to go so hard at being so excellent? This guy is so freaking great. This is actually what you get from the Gao Lion here and everything, and he is just superb. Let's get a good look in at that gorgeous face right there. Look at that. Now, he does actually come with like another face altogether. You actually have this face, and you have a battle face right over here for when he has had enough, you know? And look at this guy. He is just super great at everything that he actually does. The battle face alone is actually very interesting, very cool, and I love it myself and everything. I usually want to leave one just kind of like more of the robotic stoic face right over here, and I'll just give you a quick look at that all together, and there we go. And I love the fact that it's actually just like so. Let me just see if I can actually get my camera to readjust. Bam, I hope. Yeah, there we go. And then this face right over here, it's actually, there's like a little peg that's actually included right over here. And all you're actually doing is just kind of like going back here, lifting up his neck just a little bit. And you just want to just kind of like take it out and rock it back and forth a little bit and everything like that until it actually does detach right over here. And even that's actually kind of cool in a certain way and everything like that. Every time I see this, I keep on thinking of something from Big O or something like that, you know? But like, come over here and then reattach that face right over here. And then that actually also comes with his nose and everything. Really solid fit and everything all together. So that's actually really nice. And I love the fact that they actually came in with that.
Plus, he actually has like other multiple hands here. And every time I keep on seeing these hands right over here, I love them myself. I love the fact that they actually have a flared hand right over here. And this one always kind of reminds me of like that part of, I don't know if you guys are actually familiar with Crossfight Dengayo, where you actually have that psychic wave, and then you actually have like the writing on the bottom of the palm and everything like that for like that telekinetic power of that telekinetic attack that he actually does. So that's actually really cool. So you get two of these hands right over here, and you can actually like use like the psychic wave or jazz hands or whatever it is that you actually want to use that for. So that's actually really great. And a couple of like closed fists right over here also and everything. So that's really nice also. I love the fact that you actually have so many options with this figure here. And letting the cat out of the bag just a little bit, I'm not exactly sure how much of this I'm actually going to be showing off or anything like that tonight, but you also have like this piece right over here that's like a double punch, like boost knuckle kind of a thing. So you can actually use that for his giant robot mode. And his giant robot mode also comes with hands that are actually included in the jet, but then also you have these articulated hands as well. I may be using this a lot more for the giant robot and everything like that, because I think when he's actually in Final Gao, that's exactly where I may be leaving him and everything altogether. I actually like the option of having the hands that actually transform, and I kind of wish that we could have actually had like enough space in the Gao Fighter or in the Gao Jet to actually include these in there permanently and everything like that, because I'm really digging these hands and everything like that. They are just really great. They're individually articulated right over here. You have digits right over here for the thumbs, and then over here you actually have 1, 2, 3 joints right over there. So that's really, really nice. So you can actually have a whole array of different things. And plus, I think they flare out a little bit also. Yeah, they do. This is really, really good stuff here. I'm loving this whole entire set. It's so good. It's so good. One other thing that we actually do have here, and I kind of like just want to bring it out just because I want to show it off, is this final weapon over here for the final Gao over, and it's really cool. This itself, I kind of feel like it could actually be its own jet and everything like that, but this is actually when you want sword power now, you know, and you need it, you know, and it just looks great. Kind of looks like there's like a little bit of nuclear fusion and everything going on in there also and everything, you know. I really need to catch up on Gaogaigar in order to like see exactly what this guy does, because what this guy does is just so cool. Everything about this, it's so great. So let me take you in through the whole entire bot here and everything, because like this guy is incredible. Like this guy actually has so much going for him and everything like that, and just let's go all the way through his whole entire body, like just loaded with super details. Cat out of the bag, I actually like needed to come back over here, and I know that when I actually went over to Gao Robo here and everything like that, that I kind of like had the side skirts out like this, and I kind of felt like that may have actually been the wrong way to do it, and I was right. He's not ready to do this until he actually gets into Final Gao mode and everything like that. So there we go. I'm just going to leave them here like so for now and everything. But just really incredible stuff here. I really love this guy so much. He's so good. He is so good. He's good at everything that he does, and he's not ashamed of it. He's Gaogaigar. He's actually awesome. He knows it. For articulation and Gao here, and you actually have a limited up motion right over here, mostly limited due to the back of his neck right over here. I don't think that there's a way to lift that or anything like that. No, there isn't. So like that is your limited motion there and everything like that. It looks cool, but it doesn't like get him to lift his to lift the back of his neck or anything like that. But we actually do have a 360 right over here. You can actually remove this up and down as per transformation. You actually have a lot of like tilting and everything like that you can actually do over here. So it's actually really emotive and everything. You know, I like it. I like it a lot. You can actually put his head all the way down like so and everything like that. So that's actually really great. As always, you can actually use the lion's mouth right over here. You can actually open it and close it as you will. Usually I leave this open for like final Gao mode, and then sometimes it just looks cool just like that as well and everything like that. So we actually have like a little bit of like razor claw kind of like coming out through him and everything like that. So that's actually really great. You actually have a 360 right over here on the shoulder. You can go all the way out. You actually have this piece right over here that can go in and out and everything like that. So if you actually really wanted to raise his arms, you can actually raise it to like an amazing degree right there. So that's actually really nice. If you detach this, you have like an outward butterfly and everything like that, but this is actually more for due to transformation for the final mode and everything. But you can always find ways to use that or hide that arm to like actually use it for like different purposes and everything like that. So that's actually really great. You actually have a 360 right over here, right on as far as the above bicep rotation and everything, so that's actually really great. You have a double bend by the elbow right over here as well. You have a 360 on the wrist. Now the one thing that I actually have going on my wrist, and you can actually use this as well for wrist articulation, so that's not bad or anything like that. I just found out just now. So that's actually really nice. But the one thing that's actually going on over here is that I don't know if there's like if there was like a miscalculation in the mathematics that actually went behind this to actually get the Gao fist and everything like that to actually stay on or anything like that. But like there's a ball joint right over here. I really put a lot of kikis on here. I'm probably sure that I'm going to be doing some more on this as well and everything to actually get the fist to just kind of like stay on just like that, you know? Also, let me just give you a, there we go. Just let me give you a quick look to show you exactly how one of the hands would actually look if you actually had like one of the other hands right over here. So that's really, they're really not bad as far as like popping them on and popping them off and everything like that. They're really super easy, but these things actually tend to fall off pretty easily and everything like that. And there goes like what I always think of whenever I see this guy and everything like that. If I psychic wave, and then he actually has this like psionic blast and everything like that. He actually uses like a telekinetic psionic blast with like writing on the inside of this and everything like that. It's glowing, it's destroying everything, it's wonderful. And then I actually wonder if like Gaogaigar actually got a little bit of that from that and everything like that, because I know one of his transformations, he actually uses this at the side of his arm and everything like that, so he can actually kind of like look like he's flying into midair and everything like that as he's actually getting all his attachments drawn onto him and everything. So, but this piece right over here is just the thing to worry about. So like if you actually have floor polish, or if you're actually really savvy with like the glue techniques and everything like that, just thicken that up a little bit more and everything. You won't lose any of your arms or any of your hands or anything like that. And that's one of the reasons why I actually decided to thicken up that that ball joint and everything like that. Same goes for this side as well. So you actually have a 360 right over here and everything like that due to transformation right on his waist. You actually have a double click right over here as far as an ab crunch. So that's really awesome that they actually have this bot that can actually do an ab crunch. You can actually bring it out to about that far and everything like that. There's not like a real extreme back arch or anything like that, but still yet though, it's really nice to see it. Let's see, we can actually move the skirt out of the way, and we can actually move this part of the skirt out of the way, and you can actually kind of like do almost a good kung fu kick right over there and everything like that. So that's really nice as far as like Gaogaigar is actually concerned. I love that a lot. You actually have a good thigh rotation right over here, but you hear how squeaky and it's a good thing all of this is actually almost all die cast and everything like that, because that would have, like that squeak would have actually had me worrying like crazy and everything like that. But I would rather have this being tight for the final Gao version of this bot and everything like that, as opposed to leaving it super loose and like have him fall over the place and everything like that. So there we go. We actually have an outward kick that actually goes to about this far right over here. Backwards kick that actually goes to about this far. But if you actually decided to do this and bring this out, you might have like a little bit of a further donkey kick and everything like that. So that's actually really nice. you have double jointed knees right over here, so that's actually really nice. And then you actually have ankle tilt and you have toe flexion right here. So everything is almost pretty covered on this guy. And for a guy like this, I'm actually really super excited and everything like that. He really does remind me of like something from Soul of Chokagen, and I'm pretty sure Soul of Chokagen actually kind of like covered this guy once before. Also, every time I see these guys, I keep on thinking of like the old Shogun warriors and that sort of thing. So that's one of the things that actually really excites me about like Japanese giant robots and everything like that. I love these guys so much. Let's see what else this guy can do. So, Gaogaigar, he is just so good. You know what? And the one thing that's actually really great is that he actually comes with so many freaking options. It's so cool. It's so cool. Like, every time I keep on thinking about this guy, he just keeps on coming up with, like, more things to actually make him just so much more of a banger and everything. You know what I mean? And I love the hell out of this guy and everything like that. Now, the thing that I keep on dropping in the background is this bar over here, and that's actually going to come into fruition right now, because what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to make him a boxer that maybe just slightly as good as like like having a miniature Mike Tyson in your hand and everything. I'm going to say this right now. Mike Tyson will actually probably kill his ass and everything like that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But like this guy is actually very close to being as a godly boxer as can actually be. So let's check this out. Headshot! For this mode of world-class boxer, we're actually going to be implementing quite a few new things over here. Amazing freaking versatility here and everything. Right now, we're actually going to take off of these pieces right over here. They're actually going to be the feet and of Gaogaigar once he's actually in super mode and everything. So we're actually going to put that to the side for now. And we're actually going to do the same thing to this thing right over here. We're just going to slide that out. And there is a port connector that actually goes right in here and everything. And we're going to be utilizing this piece heavily right now. And now we're actually going to be using a couple of other utilization pieces right over here. We're actually going to take one of these pieces and we're actually going to, and I just want to make sure that we're actually using the right piece here. So there we go. So there are no mistakes as we're actually going into this thing. And I'm sorry if I'm actually still hacking up and everything like that. I still have a cough that's actually going on and everything like that right now. But here we go. This is actually one of the pieces. And we're just going to separate this piece. And it's so freaking brilliant. It's so good. It's so good. We're just going to come over here and we're actually going to utilize these pieces and kind of like bring them together right here. There's actually going to be a connection that's actually right in his inner elbow that actually utilizes this. And then after that, we're going to come over here and we're actually going to clip this on right into the inner part of his elbow, of his arm right over here. So that actually becomes a full connection piece for Gaogaigar and everything to use his drill arms. And then we're actually going to repeat the same thing on the other side. And now once you actually have those parts on, you can actually kind of like come over here and implement these drill arms right over here. And they actually have a slot that actually goes right into this connection. And I just want to see if I can actually make that as clear as possible. And that actually just like slides right in. There we go, slides right in. And is that not freaking ridiculous? It's so good. It's so good. And then we actually do the same thing on the other side right over here. And there we go, boom. And then you actually have drill boxer arms. What? Oh my god, that is so great. And that actually kind of like leaves them a little front heavy and everything like that. So your playability is actually going to be really substantiated by like what you actually like on this guy. But that is not where it ends, my friends. So let's get this guy into full like boxing Gao mode. And let's come over to
Jet Gao right over here. We're actually just going to, I don't really know if this is actually necessary, but I'm actually just going to remove this for now and everything like that to make him a little bit less weighty and everything like that. So we actually have these thrusters, and we'll remove those right now and everything for the time being. And then there is this piece right over here that will actually go right onto the inside right over here. And I think that you just need to go use the rail system right over here that will actually be used to like actually transport his steam engine, or his what's that thing called again? His bullet train right over here and over here, and then that will actually plug into alternate sides and everything. And then right down here there is a port that actually goes into this peg right over here. So let's just snap that in, and that will actually make this thing actually happen. And then after that, we actually just want to plug this right over here. Now there are two slots that are actually right on the back over here and over here. So what we actually want to do is we actually want to slot those. Oh, wait a second. I had the wrong orientation actually going, and this is actually not going to go like this. This is actually more for Gaogaigar mode, but when we're actually doing this, we're actually going to be bringing the jet like right over here, so he can actually like kind of like have him go off and everything like that if he actually needs to like have that extra flight ability. And we actually have two pegs that are going right over here and over here. They're actually going to be going right into a slot here and here. So I'm trying to capture as much as possible about the joy that is Gaogaigar here. And there we go. And look at this guy. Let's just bring this out right over here. Don't mind anything that's actually going on over here or anything like that. Let me like have you pay attention to what's actually going on with Gaogaigar here. Just let me just like move this and remove the fourth wall here and everything. And there we go. Look at this guy. This guy is extraordinary. And if you're actually going to leave him someplace where he's actually standing and everything like that, now these feet are actually kind of like, I kind of feel as though I actually need to put like a little bit more kikis on the inside and everything like that to actually get him to stabilize a little bit more. But that's why they actually have this rod right over here. And this actually goes right into this port right over here. So let me slide this in. It's actually made out of some kind of metal and everything. I think I really want to assume that it's actually like a die cast and everything like that. But if you're actually kind of like leaving this on your bookshelf, or if you're actually leaving this on your shelf of any kind whatsoever, now you actually have a Gaogaigar here that's actually ready in fighting mode and everything like that. And how cool is that? Holy shit! Look at this guy. He's got drill arms right over here and everything. And just let's move this out of the way for a second, because I'm actually really having a lot of fun with this guy. This guy is so great. Let me just like swing him around just so you can actually see exactly how massive this guy actually is. Like, I'm pretty sure that you can actually like still keep the thrusters on him and everything like that, because like now that we actually have this going, I'm just kind of curious to see if the thrusters actually still fit on, and they do, but you actually have like a lot of like space that you actually have to worry about. And I really think that if you're actually in this mode, he actually has to have the ability to swing his arms and fight and everything like that. But look at this guy, it's so great. I love this. Now we actually have just amazing drill arms to go along with the Gaogaigar and everything like that. That's awesome. That's so freaking cool. It's actually great. But now let us get into final Gao position. And now let's all yell out, "Henshin!" So for this mode right over here, let's pretend he's actually finally going into final Gaogaigar mode, and let's say that he's actually fighting somebody like Magmatron or something like that, or someone indisputably just indestructible like Godzilla or the fucking devil himself and everything like that. And let us get into final Gaogaigar mode. Now, while trying to transform this guy for the first time, because I kind of like felt like I needed to like actually make sure that this guy was actually as amazing as I can actually think he can actually be, I broke something. I'm sorry, but like there was a piece that's actually in here that actually encompasses like the Gaogaigar's main mask and everything like that should have actually not been broken and everything like that. And I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to make sure that he is actually as indisputably there's like one of the best mechs that I've ever owned and everything like that. Again, thank you, Jimmy. But like there are a couple of pieces in here and everything like that, and as I was actually trying to figure out the tolerances and everything, there was a piece that actually broke. And if you actually decide to get this version of Gaogaigar, I want to make sure that you don't fall into the same thing that I actually did. Ninja Bill actually told me about like actually taught me a little bit about like the sewing machine oil that you can actually put on to like make certain things a little bit looser and everything, a little bit more malleable. And then I actually got like quite a bit of like different people, like quite a few different people who were actually giving me like a little bit of like a few pointers and everything like that. Engineer Hoist actually came in with like the win for like the super glue that I actually got and everything like that. So eventually I actually went on into getting a Gorilla Glue, but I think I might have to redo that operation altogether. But let us start off by just giving this guy a bit of a twist right over here, and that is actually going to be like the front of his codpiece right here and everything. So now let us get over here, and we're going to bring this piece all the way out here like so, and that is actually going to constitute his main codpiece for when he's actually in Gaogaigar mode. So let's do this again. I'm so sorry for the cough. I'm still getting over my cough, but there goes his main codpiece right over here, and that is just really great. I'm just putting main Gao over here to the side because then we're actually going to work his legs. Now, usually you're supposed to be able to separate this thing all together and everything. On my copy, I haven't found a way to actually just like really get into loosening these pegs right over here to actually make it work and everything like that. And on this side, I think on this side you can actually see that I was really trying to meticulously just get this thing open and everything like that all together. And I think you can actually see it a little bit more over here. I didn't want to kill the plastic or anything like that any more than it actually has been, and I felt horrible about killing the headpiece over here on the main Gao and on the jet Gao right over here. So what we're actually going to do over here is just open up the feet. And let's bring out the heel just like so, and then we're actually going to bring out the feet like this right over here. So that's great, and that's already got such great weight to it. Then we're actually just going to open this up, and then on the inside you can actually push this piece out just a little bit, and then bring this down. So you can actually form one of the legs on everything, and I think that's actually really cool. And then on this version of the leg, we actually want to kind of like do the same thing. There we go. And then you actually hear the clicks right over there. That's actually always really cool to actually hear that. And now we're going to bring in Jet Gao over here, and we're going to push this right out over here. There are a couple of like slots that are actually going. These slot pieces actually go right into the slot right over here, and then we're actually going to bring this out right over here. And then after that, we are going to take this right here and everything. I love the way these arms actually work. I really do wish that it actually worked a lot better with the actual arms, with the actual hands themselves and everything, with the articulated hands, because that would actually be wonderful. And then we'll actually take these intakes right over here, and then we'll rotate them. And it's not easy to knock these hands out all together and everything like that, because they're actually on a ball that's actually located right on the inside but let's just bring that over here. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to use a little bit more kikis, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to go along with like more of the articulated hands right over here and everything. But once we actually do this, we just want to come right over here and bring that slot until like all the way around 180, until we actually see this red piece right over here, and then we'll close that up. And then there is a piece that's actually right over here that will actually close right into the inside of that intake. So there we go. And now we'll just get that hand that actually fell right into my lap right over here. And there goes one arm completed. And the same thing actually goes right over here for this ulterior arm. So let's just open this arm up just like so. And then we'll actually just get that intake inverted right on the inside here. And then we'll just swing that arm around, and we'll make sure that this slot right over here goes on the inside. And you're not going to see the red part on this one and everything like that. I'm not exactly sure why. I kind of feel like the paint could have actually been like kind of like encompassed right over here also and everything like that, but I'm pretty sure that's actually more of an anime styling thing more than anything else. And then right over here there is a peg that actually goes right into the slot. So let's do that, and then just set that all in, and there we go. There's another arm completed, and then we have the bullet train right over here. Now I just need to turn over here. Now this piece can actually go right over here and kind of like slot in over here and then go into the jet Gao and everything. So you can actually kind of like bring that over with you to any place you actually go, because I'm pretty sure the bullet train would actually need another way to get over to the Gaogaigar system and everything. But we actually want to split that up, and then we'll actually kind of like start playing around with the panels right over here. There are a couple of panels that actually shift right over here, and then we actually want to take this panel right over here and shift that to the other side right there. And then we have this piece right over here that goes, I think, there we are. It actually kind of accordions right over here. And then we'll just slot that in. There are a couple of slots that are actually right over here and on the arterial side. And then we actually just want to slide those right into each other, and there we go. There goes one of the arms almost completed. Now we actually just want to come over here and open that up, and then open this side up right over here, and that will enable you to get into one of the arms over here and everything. And it's really, really tight and everything like that. So using my fingernail to get into it and everything like that is actually kind of cumbersome, but there we go. And now we're actually going to do the same thing on the other side. So let us remove this a little bit. I love the transformation on this guy and everything like that. He is just really great, and everything about this is actually really great, but it's also really fiddly at the same time. So let's just bring that out. We'll bring this over here. We'll actually accordion this all the way out here. We'll slot these in to the sides like so and like so. We'll actually take this and then kind of like open the mouth, and that just pops right out and everything like that. It's not a mouth, I get it, but like, you know, the spring-loaded action is just really great. And then over here, you can actually catch onto something right on the inside, so you can actually bring this all the way down. And it's really tough getting this all the way down here. If you break something while you're actually doing this, I get it, you might hate me, but at the same time, I'm actually trying to do this without using a spudger whatsoever and everything. Because they really, I hate the fact that you actually have to use a spudger in certain transformers and everything like that. I think you can actually like extend that a little bit more, and there we go. And not exactly sure, hold on, just let me make sure here. There we go. And then once we actually have that situated, just let's move the arms out like this and like this. like this. There we go. It's really tough getting into this and everything like that. Again, really fiddly also and everything like that. But now, let's get into, oh, wait, one more thing. And now, let's actually open this piece right over here. And then we actually have a piece that's actually protecting everything, and that's actually on the inside here. Now this is the piece that I actually broke like maybe a couple weeks ago and everything, before I actually got a cold, and I hate, oh my god, I hate it so much. I hate the fact that I actually destroyed that thing altogether and everything. But that is actually going to be the Gao head right over here. I hope I didn't ruin it too much or anything like that. If not, I'm actually going to have to, if I did, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to re-break it and then kind of like fix everything all back again and everything like that. But again, over here is where I actually had to use a little bit of oil and everything like that in order to. Now you can actually use shock oil from what Ninja Bill actually told me. And he actually gave me some good advice about this and everything like that. You can actually get shock oil, or you can actually get like sewing machine oil and everything like that to give it like a little bit more malleability and everything like that. And it works. But again, all the connection and everything like that is actually kind of like marred because of my gluing and everything like that. So that's where it actually goes there. But now that we actually have everything in order here, let us get onto final Gao mode. And here we go. Now, when entering final Gao mode, we actually have to know that we have some big boots to fill. So we want to make sure that both of these legs are actually turned upside just like that. And then over here, there's actually like a slight thing, because I actually see this piece right over here that should actually encompass like all of his calf and everything. I haven't been able to figure out exactly how that actually works out, but as far as this actually goes, these two sections are actually going to slide right onto the inside here. So let us get this all in here, and just let's go and do that right there. And I really want to say that I'm actually being as malleable as I can with this leg. And one thing I didn't cover when we were actually going into the we were actually fixing everything up as much as we can actually be, is that this piece should actually be down. Now this piece actually looks like it should actually slot right in here. And there is supposed to be a piece right over here that catches right onto the inside of the calf. I haven't been able to make that actually work out for me or anything like that. And as much as I've actually tried to make it actually work out, I'm not exactly sure if I was supposed to pull this up a little bit more to actually get this all the way in here, because there's two slots that actually look like they're supposed to like slot into these two ends right over here. Again, I haven't been able to make it work out. Oh, wait, did I make it work out? I made a liar out of myself. That's great. I love it. Okay, on to the next leg right over here. And we are going to try to use the same trick that I actually had before. So let's actually get this all the way in here, and then this foot should actually just like slip all the way in like so. And now we're actually going to bring this all the way down here, and then these two pieces right over here, I'm actually going to try to slot into these two pieces right here, and let's see if I can actually make lightning strike twice. Can I do it? At the end of the day, it's all about the powers of manipulation. I think I figured exactly what I actually had to do. I had to move this up a little bit in order to snag this on the inside, and then work this into the inside over here. And that is exactly what actually works off into making sure that these legs are actually working out exactly the way they should. And now we actually start working on with the top of Gaogaigar here and everything, and we're actually going to move his head crest right to the back, and we're going to move this all the way to the back here, and then we're going to bring these arms to the back, and then just let's move these for just a moment. We're just trying to make sure that we actually have just good malleability here. And we're going to move this arm to the back over here. So let's move this down, and there we are. And now we are going to, I think there is a piece right over here and right over here that we actually just have to move out of the way, and that should actually give us a little bit of room so we can actually slot the train into them. There we go. Now this is actually going to be one of those trickier pieces here and everything, and that's actually getting this train system going onto the inside of Gaogaigar here and everything. Now I am kind of a novice when it actually comes down to getting this here, and just let me bring this camera down over here. Where'd that glass go? Oh my god. Anyway, so let's just bring this down here, and then we are going to slot this right into the middle. Now it's gonna take a lot of finessing, so I might have to do this a little bit off camera and everything like that in order for you to see, but there are pieces that are actually right there and there that are actually gonna kind of like slot right into the middle of Gaogaigar here and everything. And if I can actually get it done on camera, I will feel like a god. But I don't really think that's actually gonna really happen here. So let me try to do this off camera, and then I'll actually give you pointers for that. Now, the one thing that you actually want to be aware of is just make sure that the butterfly is actually going onto the inside over here, as you're actually trying to make sure that the train system actually slots right into his arms here. Because I think I was actually doing it a little bit more backwards, but let's see what actually happens. Holy shit, eureka! Okay, so once you actually have it right in its actual form, then we can actually kind of put down the actual head right in here and everything, and that actually just snaps in. Kinda. Yeah, there we go. And make sure that when you're actually slotting on the arms, you want to make sure that this piece goes right to the back over here, and this piece actually goes right into the forearm here, because that will actually slot you in. And there we go. I'm actually kind of making headway. I'm super excited, and we're going to make sure we actually do the same thing on the other side of the arm and just slot that in. And then we want to come over here, and then we'll slot this over here, and then this over here. Well, I am super freaking excited because I think I've actually come almost to the full end of this thing without breaking it whatsoever or anything like that. And this is actually really cool to me. So let's keep on going with Gaogaigar as we actually open up the arms right over here. And we'll worry about that fist a little bit later on and everything like that. Let's get this backpack open here, and then we'll actually slide this in. Now this piece actually goes right over here and over here, right into these arm slots right in there. So let's see if I can actually just get that in here on camera. And yeah, there we go. Hold on, let's get that other snap right over here. And if I can actually get that done on camera, I'll be super happy, because these two pieces actually go right underneath. There we go. And then this piece actually goes right underneath the other arm cavity here. So let's get that over here. And there's always something on this guy. I think I might glue this in all together and everything like that in order to make this work out and everything. But once we actually get this in, we should actually be able to snap these pieces right onto the inside of his arm here. Okay, I'm gonna do this off camera. Okay, I think I finally got everything going over here. Let's just get this lion mane. Alright, so I finally fucking figured this whole thing out. And this one, YouTube, I don't care if you actually discredit me on this whole entire thing, because this was actually super fiddly and super fun at the same time, because so okay, this is the thing.
I'm actually really just having fun with how fiddly this thing actually is. And it's gonna be weird to actually hear me say that, but like everything actually kind of like has a way of like dealing with like the structural integrity of this figure and everything like that. And once you actually figure it out, you actually have a solid figure altogether. So there are pieces that are actually supposed to be slotted on the inside over here. And then once you actually get that done, you have to figure out the lines made and everything like that, which actually slides right into the sides over here and everything. And I haven't really totally figured it out or anything like that, because like for some reason it keeps on slipping out. And as much as I'd like to acclimate it into its right spot, it just keeps on just kind of fundamentally like shifting out of the areas and everything. But the piece that I'm actually kind of like, the piece that's actually kind of like the amazing piece here that I thought I absolutely ruined, kind of works. So there we go. And let's see if I could actually get that working. And there we are, and let's see if I could actually, I'm going to do this a little bit off camera just so you don't actually experience my massacre here and everything like that, but I'll be right back. And as frustrating as fuck as to get this guy into his freaking robot mode and everything, there goes Gaogaigar and his full amazing super robot mode and everything. And I love this guy so much. Oh man, let me tell you something. Oh wait. There's one thing that's actually missing here, and that is just to like move the lion's mouth over here. That is beautiful. He's so majestic. Holy shit. Look at this. YouTube, you're gonna have to rethink your structure as far as like excitement is actually concerned, because this guy is full excitement here. Let's take you into the bits, take you into the bits that if you go into this guy. And how can I not be excited by full Gaogaigar here? So I'm actually gonna give you the full experience into this game. Right now, I'm actually going to remove this arm, and I'm going to lean this up against my backdrop over here. And one thing that I think is actually brilliant, freaking brilliant about this is, so the arms that were actually falling off and everything, the hands that were actually falling off, I'm going to leave that out of here. I'm going to give you the full experience into Gaogaigar. Now, they actually include these little tools right over here. That's actually great. So you can actually like remove these little pieces over here in the fuselage here and everything like that, or on the intakes. And then there we go. I'm just going to remove that altogether. And then I'm going to push this out like so. And I think this is actually pretty brilliant and everything all together, because there we go. And then we actually have this piece right over here where you can actually kind of like wrench out the rest of that ball joint right over there and everything. And then once you actually wrench out the rest of this ball joint, and that's actually great. So here we go. There goes the ball joint, and I'm gonna put it away before it's actually lost. And I'm going to replace them with the full value of Gaogaigar here and everything like that, which actually will include the malleable hands here and everything like that, which I think is actually going to be a great touch. So let's just close that in here and then just snap that in, and there we go. And when I'm talking about giving you the full experience of Gaogaigar and all of his just amazingly godlike abilities here and everything like that, and his amazing visage here and everything, like just look at this guy and everything that he can actually do. I am just so enthralled by this guy. He is just amazing. And the piece that I actually had to re-glue back in, it's not perfect. It's really not perfect altogether or anything like that, but as much as it's not perfect, it's great. And I'm actually super happy that I actually got a chance to go into this guy. Let's get into him right now. Now on Gaogaigar, even though I actually broke the helmet and everything like that, he is still nonetheless amazing. Holy cow, like I'm really enamored with everything that's actually on here. Off script. Totally off script and everything. I am just loving everything that's actually going on in here. Now, when you're actually going into Gaogaigar mode, I think the appropriate thing is to kind of open up the mouth here and everything like that, so you actually have that shielding that's actually on the inside here. But just for pound, he is just great. Now, I really wanted to show you exactly what all he actually does, and that's exactly why I actually included his articulated hands over here. Now, he actually does come with an array of different hands over here. You actually have his dual wielding hands right over here and everything like that. I'm assuming that this is actually a double rocket punch right over here. So that's actually great, and I love how that's actually kind of integrated into each other right there and everything. Really nice and everything. I really love that. And then we actually have these fists right over here, and I hope you can actually see that. Just let me clear up the camera just a little bit more. And there we go. Excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold, but there we go. And then let me just bring you the other hand right over here. They're really nice and everything. I kind of suggest that you kind of use a kikis or a glue of some kind and everything like that in order to make sure that you actually have the right value of the fist over here. But come on, look at these. He actually has articulated fingers right over here, and as I showed you before, his fingers are actually just amazing, and I love the fact that you actually have that included in Gaogaigar here. And let me give you a good look at this guy from top to bottom over here and everything. Everything just really works out really well. And just let me bring you to the back over here. He actually has a lot of heft and everything going on into him here. And there we go. Look at this guy. He is just so brilliant. And again, first time I'm actually able to figure out the whole entire transformation on camera, so you're not getting any lies from me whatsoever or anything like that. You're getting us at full value here, and you're actually getting at this at my full excitement also and everything. I really love this guy so much. And now let's get into what he can actually do. So I am loving the fact that he actually implements everything that he actually had in the Gaogaigar set so awesomely. And again, just going through the whole entire set, it's just really amazing to actually see this guy and how he actually works. I've always wanted one of these guys and everything, and I'm really thanking you, Jimmy, for actually sending this guy over to me. He actually has articulated, he actually has a left and right over here. You can actually look up and look down. I kind of wish I'd never ruined this, because I'm not exactly sure exactly how well this actually works with the actually integrated head that goes in on the inside here and everything like that, because there's supposed to be a piece that actually kind of snaps in right there. I don't know if I'm actually going to break it open in order to find out exactly how well he's actually supposed to work, but there we go. And then he actually has, if you actually really wanted to, a 360 right over here. It's inhibited by these wings right over here, and I don't know if there's a way of taking these wings out of their sections here, and I'm trying really hard to see if that's actually working here. And really, there's nothing there or anything like that, but you can actually get a slight backwards motion here. Oh, hold on, let me see something here. So, in playing around with this guy, I found out that this is actually slightly articulated right over here. You can actually kind of bring out the wings a little bit more and everything. You actually have this section and everything that goes in and out, so that's really nice. But oh shit, I did not actually think that I was gonna see this over here or anything like that.
That's actually really great. And once you actually move that out of the way, you have flailed wings right over here where you can actually kind of like get more of a 360 out of here. You're not really able to get like a whole 360 out of this or anything like that, but still yet, the fact that these wings actually just kind of like swing back a little bit more and everything, that's actually worth its weight in gold. It's great. And then you actually have bicep rotation right over here and everything like that. You actually have a double hinge elbow right over here and everything, so that's actually really nice. You actually have like twists right over here, right over by the wrist. You can actually go in and out just slightly and everything like that, so that's actually still really nice. And then if you're actually using the articulated hands and everything like that, that's great altogether. You have 3 digits right over here on the fingers themselves and everything like that. You have 4 fingers, and then you can actually kind of like splay them out and everything like that also. So much great articulation. You actually have a thumb over here that actually works really well and everything like that. And then you actually have a twist right over here by the waist and everything like that. Now, since you're actually in super robot mode, it will actually kind of like get in the way of the arms here and everything like that. But still yet though, really nice and everything, you know, like of course, you actually still have like the same articulation as like Mingao here and everything like that. And then you actually have like still the double jointed knees here and everything like that. And this piece actually came off, and I'm sorry about that. But like also, you actually have like ankle tilts right over here, just like a slight ankle tilt. And then you actually have like an in and out right over here at the foot. And then a little bit of the ankle right over here. A little bit of the heel right over here. So all together, just so good. He's so good. Oh, I'm loving this set so much. And one more thing that I'm actually going to show you right over here. And then there's so much more to show on this guy. He's incredible. He's incredible. And I'm actually just like really saying that. It's like really giddy just like saying that. But let's move this thing right over here, because let's move out his arm. There was a reason why I actually decided to take this out. And if you actually decided to say, I want power sword power now, and then you actually have this thing right over here. And just let me bring you out a little bit more, just so you can actually see the majesticness that is this blade here. It's so great. It's so great. And every time I keep on seeing something like this, I keep on thinking of like DIECAST, where they actually had like different implementations for different weapons that actually go on into them. And then there are 4 ports right over here that you can actually put into 4 ports right over here. And then just let me just squeeze that in. And there we go. And you can even use this in jet mode and everything like that. Like if you decided to use Jet Gao to actually kind of like supplement certain things, and just damn, that's cool. Hold on, just let me just see if I can actually just like get this piece right over here. And let's see here. I'm just gonna do this a little bit more. There we go. I felt the other side actually go in here and everything, and just damn, that's so great. I love this so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. This is actually so cool. And I love the fact that it's actually between a blade and nuclear fusion here and everything like that, because I can actually like imagine that there's some kind of like fusion cannon here that's actually going on in the inside over here and everything like that, to actually give it the cutting power that it actually really needs. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to display it like this, but come on. You can't tell me how cool that is. That's actually just so good. And also with Gaogaigar, we actually have like a couple of other playable features and everything like that. So we actually have these 4 ports that go right into here, and then this little stem that goes right into here as well and everything. And I love the kung fu-ness of this whole thing, because you can actually kind of like implement that whole thing, and then there we are. We actually have like something like this and everything like that, and it really reminds me of that whole special talent that DIECAST actually has, but there's more, because you actually have this going, and then all of a sudden you actually have like kind of like how many people have actually seen Evangelion with your ET field and everything? So like you actually have this right over here, and I'm sorry, is it AT field or AT field? Anyway, just let me plug this stuff right in here and in here. And right here, you actually have a field generator here and everything like that. That's actually like for protection more than anything else. That's actually kind of like his mighty shield over here. That's so good. That's so good. And I love how it's actually integrated here into the system here and everything like that. So much goodness is actually going into this guy. Now, I'm actually going to tell you that one thing over here, and that's Rocket Punch right over here with this whole entire fist here. It gets me super excited about using this thing all together and everything like that, because like as soon as I saw these double fists all together and everything like that, I just gushed, because I thought that this was actually just kind of like one of the coolest add-ons that you could actually have for Gaogaigar. But I'll tell you one thing, like this guy is not lacking for anything whatsoever. I love this guy so much. He does so much so well, and he's so good. Everything about this is actually just like a love letter to giant robots and everything like that, and I love this so much. He's so good. He's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna give you final thoughts in just a moment. Just look at this guy.
Gaogaigar! What can I say about this guy? This guy is so good. He's so good. Everything about this guy is great. One thing I actually do have to say is that be careful about on a couple of pieces in here. There are a couple of things in here that might be a little bit more tenuous than anything else, but he is amazing to behold. He's actually just got so much structural integrity and so much heft and everything. I love this guy so much. Aside from the piece right over here and the helmet and everything like that, he just really is just such a dream of a mech to actually have in hand and everything. So if you actually get a chance to go get Gaogaigar, get him. If you actually get a chance to get the third-party version, he is just as good as any other. So I'd actually say he's actually really worth the investment and everything, you know? And I'm actually still contemplating Metal Bear and everything like that, because like, I don't know, Jimmy, somebody put like Metal Bear in my brain and everything, and all of a sudden I'm just like all about like needing Metal Bear in my life and everything. Why? I'll tell you why, because he's awesome. You know, and that really is it. This guy is so good. If you get a chance to go find him, you won't be sorry. And that is it for my trip through nerddom for today, and I really want to thank you all for joining me once again as I actually gush over these figures that are actually just like so amazing, so impressive to me and everything. I really want to also again thank Jimmy from the good, the bad, the awesome for sending me Gaogaigar and everything, because like as much as I love this guy and everything, as much as I love this figure, there's always that big part of me that actually says I'm not worthy. But you know what? I really appreciate that when friends actually say that you are. You better take that as an answer. As always, treat yourselves worthily. You are worth it. Every one of you out there are actually just worth 1 billion gold-pressed platinum sheets and everything like that, and that is just, that's not even me being kind or anything like that. You're worth it, and you're worth it, and you're worth it, and you're worth it. So make sure that you treat yourselves kindly. Make sure you treat everyone around yourselves as gold. And also make sure that you actually take all of that kindness and throw it through the Fibonacci series 360 degrees of the universe back down over here to the to HQ, because as always, I could always use some of that myself. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I look forward to talking to each and every single one of you soon.